Namaste, hello, and Sadar Jai Janitra. I am Dr. Samta Charoria, and I have completed my MBBS from Medical College, Kolkata. As we know that the world today is fighting against a deadly virus, a dreadful pandemic, the COVID-19 disease. Each day, we get news of someone known, someone near or dear ones, getting positive, even someone losing their life against this battle. All this news distresses us, depresses us. But the new year has brought with it a wonderful gift, a weapon which we can use to fight against this deadly virus, that is, the vaccines. It is said that knowledge is power, so if we know about our situation, it is easier to handle it. So today, I will give you all the necessary information, all that you need to know regarding the COVID-19 vaccine. I hope it will really be helpful to clear your queries. Your fears will be reduced after this video. So please watch it till the end. I will first tell the key points which I am going to discuss in this video. Who all are eligible for vaccination? What is the procedure for vaccination, the registration, appointment, booking, etc. What are the vaccines that we have, the types of vaccine, the doses, what are the side effects of vaccines, what are the do's and don'ts of vaccines, some common queries on vaccination which I would like to answer today. I'll also clear certain myths regarding vaccination. And also, I have tried to cover all the new guidelines and updates regarding vaccination released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare. I'd like to say that all that I'm gonna discuss is by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare and also collected from trusted sources and websites of AIMS, WHO, MOHFW, etc. So let's begin. First of all, the Government of India has started the vaccination program from 16 January 2021, which began with the healthcare and frontline workers, and then people above 60 years and above 45 with comorbidities, then people above 45 years, and now from 1st May 2021, all people above 18 years of age are now eligible for vaccination. So who all are not eligible for vaccination? First of all, if you do not satisfy the age group, that is, if you are less than 18 years, you cannot get the vaccine. If you had a previous anaphylactic reaction to the first dose of COVID vaccine, or you have a history of having severe allergic reactions to other vaccines, injections, drugs, etc. By these severe reactions, I mean diffuse rash all over your body, swelling of your lips, breathlessness, etc. In that case, you should not take the vaccines. Thirdly, I would like to note that the pregnant and lactating women who were earlier not allowed for vaccination are now eligible for vaccination. This is a new guideline which has been released by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare on this 13th May 2021. So now, pregnant women can take any of the vaccines which are available, and lactating women can also take the vaccines anytime after their delivery. So when should we temporarily defer or delay the vaccine? If you had COVID and you have recovered from it. So now the time gap has been set to be 6 months from recovery. This is again a new guideline that the timeline has been increased. So if you had COVID and then you recovered, so you should keep the gap of around 6 months between your recovery and your vaccination. If you are severely unwell or hospitalized from any disease, you should keep a gap of 4 to 8 weeks from your recovery and your vaccination. Also, it is advised to keep a gap of around 14 days between the COVID vaccine and the other vaccines, which may be the tetanus vaccine, the rabies vaccine, etc. In which cases should we take special precautions for the COVID vaccine? If you have a bleeding or coagulation disorder, so how do we know that we have a bleeding disorder? If you have a history of severe prolonged bleeding or bleeding profusely even after minor cuts, or you bleed spontaneously from your nose, mouth, etc., even without trauma. In that case, you can take the vaccines, but under special precautions. That is, you should take it under the supervision of your treating physician. So after we have discussed about who all are eligible for vaccination, let's go on with the procedure for vaccination. First of all, for registration of the vaccination, you need to log on to the www.cowin.gov.in. Here, you need to fill in the basic details of your photo ID proof. After that, you get an OTP and an SMS for confirmation, and you can book your slot for vaccination. Where can you get the vaccine? You can get the vaccine at any government or private center which has been designated as the COVID vaccination center. What if I can't register online? In that case, you should contact your nearest government health worker or the government staff, or you can contact the nearest government center and for on-spot registration. For on-spot registration, remember to take your mobile phone and your photo ID proof because you'll need them and you'll get an OTP and SMS for confirmation. How will you know the next due date for vaccination after you have received the first dose? So after the first dose, you generally get an SMS, and before the second dose, an SMS is sent for the due date of vaccination. In case you do not receive an SMS, you get a certificate or slip after the first dose. So you can see the date and follow up with your center for the next dose. So we have discussed regarding who all are eligible and the procedure for vaccination. So now let's know about the vaccines in detail. In India, we have three vaccines at present: the Covaxin, the Covishield, and the Sputnik 5. Earlier, only two vaccines were there, the Covaxin and the Covishield. But from 1st May, the Sputnik 5 has also been received by India. So the dose gap between two doses of Covaxin is 4 to 6 weeks. For Covishield, it is 12 to 16 weeks. And for Sputnik 5, it is 3 weeks. There is a confusion that which of these vaccines is safe and effective. So let me tell, all these vaccines are safe and effective. They have passed through clinical trials and you can take any one of them. A new guideline, which was again released on 13th May 2021, was that the gap between the two doses of Covishield is being increased to 12 to 16 weeks because it has been found that delaying the second dose gives a better immune response. Do I have a choice of vaccine to be taken? Yes, of course. If the center you are taking the vaccine has more than one vaccine available, in that case you can choose the vaccine which you want to take. As I said, all the vaccines are safe and effective. They have passed the clinical trials and have been found both safe and effective. So you can take any one of them depending on availability. Do I need to take both the doses? Yes, because the first dose sets in the immunity pavilion while the second dose gives a boost to your immunity. So you need to take both the doses, and it has been found that the maximum effect is obtained around 12 to 14 days after you give the second dose. Do I need to take both the doses of the same vaccine? This is a common query. Yes, if you have taken the first dose of Covishield, you should take the second dose of Covishield only, because as per the present guidelines, both the doses should be of the same vaccine. Is it mandatory to take the vaccine? And why should I after all take the vaccine? It is not mandatory to take the vaccine. The vaccines are voluntary. It depends on your choice. But you should take the vaccines because the vaccines help to reduce the mortality and the severity of the COVID disease. So if you have COVID and you are already vaccinated, then there are lesser chance, in fact a much less chance of death and also of hospitalization or requiring oxygen and other such things. And it is a big deal. So you should definitely take your vaccines soon. Now let's discuss the side effects of vaccines. The common side effects are mild fever, headache, fatigue, pain in your body, diarrhea, pain or redness at the site of injection, etc. So what to do in such cases? Most of these symptoms do pass away in 2 to 3 days, so you need not worry about them. But you should definitely consult your doctor if these symptoms persist for more than 3 to 4 days or if they are really severe. I will now like to solve some common queries on vaccination which even I have been receiving from many people, and I'm sure many of you must be having these doubts. So I'll try to clear most of them here itself. What's special to do on vaccination day? You need not do anything different on your vaccination day. You can follow your normal routine. You need not skip any meal or take any extra meal, extra protein shake, or anything more on your vaccination day. Just follow your normal routine. There's nothing different you need to do. What medicines to avoid before or after vaccination? You can take all your regular medicines before or after vaccination. A side effect has been noted with diclofenac injection, but in general, you can take all your regular medicines, that is your anti-diabetic drugs, anti-hypertensive drugs, anti-cancer drugs, all can be safely taken before vaccination. Even people who are on aspirin or blood thinners can take their medicines regularly. Still, if you are concerned about a particular drug, you can consult your treating physician. So how long does vaccine give me protection is an answer which we honestly do not know because these vaccines are still under clinical trials. They are new. But as per the data we have, it definitely provides protection for around 8 months to 1 year. It can be longer, but with that, we will know in the due course. But yes, it definitely provides protection. But for how long, it is unknown. So we should follow the COVID appropriate behavior even after vaccination. That is, continue to wear your mask, sanitize your hand, maintain social distancing, and follow all the COVID appropriate behavior even after vaccination. Can I have COVID even after being vaccinated? Yes, you can have COVID even after being vaccinated, but as I said, it definitely decreases the severity and the mortality and also limits the spread of the COVID disease. So, taking a vaccine is very much advisable. Does it provide protection against the new variants? Yes. As per the clinical data we have, the vaccines have been found safe and effective even against the new variants, so do not panic and take your jab soon. There have been certain myths or rumors prevalent regarding vaccination, which I would like to clear. Menstruation and vaccination. There have been talks that people who are menstruating, that the girl who are menstruating cannot take the vaccine, but it's a myth. There has been no relation found with vaccination and menstruation, so you can easily take your vaccine even if you are menstruating. Vaccines do not cause infertility. There are no clinical data which say that the vaccines cause infertility. So my dear friends, it's a sincere request that do not believe in myths and please follow and believe in the clinical facts based on clinical data. There is a concern regarding unavailability of vaccine. I do agree it is an issue. But my dear friends, please try to understand that no one was prepared for such a dreadful pandemic. The stocks and supplies are being provided and our scientists are working day and night to increase the supplies. But it's a population of 130 crores. Even vaccinating people above 60 years amounts to around 60 crore people, and so it's a huge task. But the supplies are increasing gradually, and I hope the vaccines will soon be available. And when it is, please go and take your jab soon. Regarding the things and guidelines changing, this is because these vaccines are new, they are still clinical trials which are being conducted. And so whenever it is found that something gives a better immune response, the guidelines are updated. Today I have tried to cover all the recent updates regarding the COVID vaccines, and in future I'll try to do the same and keep you all updated. So I hope I have tried my best to give you all the information regarding the COVID vaccines. I hope it will really be helpful for you all, and if you find it helpful, please do like, subscribe and share. Do not worry. This is Dr. Samta Chorodia signing off. Until then, stay safe, stay home. Thank you.